Hello children, a very fine morning to one and all. In our previous video, we discussed and concluded that English communication is very important in the present world and this is the need. We also understood and experienced that for a better life, for getting success, for doing anything in our life, we need a better communication. Children, in broad regard, if we see that every person on the earth is a salesman, definitely. Every person is a salesman. How? Some are selling products, some are selling services, but salesman is salesman. A teacher is a salesman, a professor is a salesman, a doctor is a salesman, a shopkeeper is a salesman, or everyone is a salesman because one has to communicate, one has to speak, one has to sell his things, and for selling things we need a language. A dumb person what can do? If you don't have any language to speak, then how will you convince the masses? How will you impress the people? How will you sell your products? Who will come to you if they do not understand you? So whether there is productivity or goodness in the product is or not, that is another thing. But the first thing required is that how you are communicating, how you are projecting the things, and for a better projection, a better language is needed. So in this regard, we must have a complete hold over English language that we saw last time. And children, now question arises that how we can get command over this language. Everyone wants to become a good communicator. Everyone wants to get success. And for getting success in the present scenario, the knowledge of English is very essential because we will have to make our language impressive. We will have to impress or affect the person. And for affecting the person, why people will listen to me? For affecting the person, we need a better communication tool, and that tool is a language. Now the question arises, how one can master this language? How one can become a good communicator? How one can become a fluent speaker? For being a fluent speaker, it is not so easy, but everyone wants to be so. So what one has to do? If we ask somebody, yes, now today onwards you have decided that I will master this language. Okay, nice, good. It is a very good initiative and you should have done, and everyone should do. But the problem arises the day one when you have realized the need of language and you decided that from today I will learn this language. But what are the things to be learned? What one should do if one wants to get hold over this language? This is really a very difficult question. I usually ask this question to some scholars even. I ask them, is there any specific book that can make one person a language? Is there a specific thing that is there somebody who can say that learn these and these things and after a few days you will become a good communicator? Some say learn tenses. What will happen if I learn the tenses? Some say learn words. What will happen if I know the words? Will I be able to speak language? No. There are certain rules, there are certain ways, and those ways are needed, or those ways are to be applied in life. But actually the problem with us is that nobody is teaching those ways. Everyone is saying, yes, learn English, communicate in English, but nobody is saying how to do, how a new learner can get a complete hold over this language. There is no answer of this question. So to find the answer of this question, we have created this platform, that here on this platform we will discuss what the things are there, what actually a new learner should know. Those things will be discussed and taught to the masses so that they can become what they have decided. But actually the problem arises that everyone is teaching English. Everyone is teaching English language. But the problem is that Are people able to understand? How many days does it take to know a language? We have been reading English since our childhood, and even today we cannot speak a few sentences properly. Why? After reading a language for many years, and even today, you are unable, you are not competent of speaking a few dialogues in English. Then what you have learned in that language? So definitely our approach was wrong. Our approach was wrong. And everyone taught me English subject. Nobody taught me English language. Yes, in schools, in colleges, at coaching centers, wherever a fellow goes to learn English language, but unfortunately no one is teaching and no one is studying English language. Everyone is teaching English as a subject, and when you read it as a subject, you will never be able to become a good communicator. This language needs much efforts, hard work, communication. A practical practice is needed. Practical practice. And for practical practice, a child requires a better exposure. And children, we have decided that we would give you this exposure, this platform. So be in contact with me, and very soon you will get many new videos. You just share the videos to your group, to your friends, so that they can also get the benefit of knowing this language. And we are committed even, and time to time you will be getting many videos on this particular platform. And very soon we have taken initiative that I will try to make you effective speakers, and for that we have planned a good language learning program. So be in contact with me, and just share the videos as you get to your norms, to your friends. But before that, you just like and subscribe the channel so that you can know the news of the coming videos. Thank you very much for listening me with patience. Thanks once again.